All right, so I think I'm recording. On the rest of these problems, I think you're just being asked to find the domain and not the range. Let's double check on that. Well, I don't have it open. I'm pretty sure that it was. If we need to find the range, I can graph it in class. I did go ahead and graph all of these on that Desmos graphing calculator, so I can show you any of the graphs, and we can determine the range by using the equation and the graph. But I think on these, I simply asked you for the domain. So whenever we're finding the domain given an equation, we always start out the same way. So I've got this tattooed on my left shoulder. Anytime I need to look at it, I just look in the mirror, twist my shoulder, look in the mirror. And I have the domain as a set of all real numbers, excluding any values of x that cause division by 0, and also excluding any values of x that cause us to take an even root of a negative number. Well, I don't have any roots in here. I don't have any square roots, so I don't have to worry about this second one. I don't have to worry about this. But I do have to worry about division by 0 because I have a variable in my denominator. So I need to look at that denominator and say, well, x minus 5, if that were to equal 0, which I want to avoid, that would happen if x were equal to 5. I want to prevent that from happening. I do not want x minus 5 to equal 0 because if x excuse me, if x were allowed to be 5, what would it be related to? If we plug in 5, we've got 3 divided by 0. Well, that's undefined. That's not a y value. So if we were writing our pair, our relation, our x and our y, we'd have 5, but we wouldn't have a y value to write here because it's undefined. So therefore, we have to throw 5 out of the domain. Now, when you do that, I suggest that you draw a number line. It doesn't have to show a whole bunch of numbers. I would just show 4, 5, and 6. And I know that I don't want 5, so I'm going to put a circle around 5. But that was the only problem I had. That's the only number. This x minus 5 equals 0 has only one solution. So all of these other values are not going to cause division by 0. All of these numbers, if we plug it into that function, we'll get a y value. All of these x values are related to some y value. So let's write my domain in interval notation. I've got negative infinity here, positive infinity. Oh, that's kind of thick. Yeah. So if I use D for domain, I'm going from negative infinity up to 5. I'm excluding the number 5. So either pick a number from this interval, or, so I need a union because I have a break in this graph, or pick a number in this interval that's shaded on the right from 5 to infinity. Any one of those values, and you plug it into this relation, you let x equal any one of these numbers, and you'll get a related y value. You'll get a corresponding y value. Hope that helps.